Alabama, my number 2 secondary in the country. We mentioned before, Clemson might have the best group of corners in the country. Bama, I would say, has the best group of safeties in the country between Bray Hubbard and Keon Sabb. Bray Hubbard, my number 6 safety in college football going to next year. He was 6th among all safeties in the country in both overall grade with an 89.2 PFF grade and an 89.7 coverage grade, which is also 6th in the country this past year. 21.3 passer rating allowed, was 5th among all FBS safeties as well. Keon Sabb missed the final 6 games of this past season due to an injury, but the year before, he was my number 9 safety in college football. And while at Michigan in 2023, he was one of 6 Power 5 safeties who had 80-plus grades both as a coverage defender and as a run defender. It's only a true sophomore that year. And he was actually pretty upset, Dalton, that he was not in my top 10 safeties list when we put that out already. He would have been in the top 15 or so, I would have said. Keon Sabb's a great player, too.
Might have to expand the list next year.
Players get mad at me.
You're really upsetting some people.
I know.
Man, oh, man.
I know. I feel like you out here, man, honestly. But, no, Bama, I love their safety group. And they also have a really good cornerback group, too. Cameron Calhoun transferring in from Utah, my number 10 returning corner in college football. He had an 82.8 PFF grade last year at Utah as a redshirt freshman. He was 10th among all corners in the Power 4 with that grade. And Bama brought back both of their starting outside corners in Damani Jackson and Xavier Brown. Xavier Brown was a true freshman last year, had a 70.7 coverage grade as a true freshman. Really impressive mark from the former 5-star recruit. Deshaun Jones will be the new slot corner for Alabama after Devontae Smith left. He was 2nd among all corners in the SEC with an 82 tackling grade last year. And Alabama also has a couple of former 5-star recruits as well in sophomore safety Xavier Mincy and freshman cornerback Dijon Lee. Best safety group in the country, and a lot of experience and a lot of talent in that cornerback room, too.
Yeah, I think the first thing with the safeties, which is the funny part, is Keon Sabb's injury actually opened the door for Bray Hubbard to play last year, and now I think the two of them playing together, it's going to be a great complement with Sabb as the free safety, and I think Hubbard is more that box safety, and he's a spectacular tackler who really, he cut his teeth on special teams first, and then figured out, okay, I can really play at strong safety here, and he was terrific last year. And let's just get a word on how deep this cornerback room is. Jalen Mbakwe earned a 68 PFF grade last year at corner. He's moving to receiver this year.
Yeah.
They're flipping sides of the ball with him, and they still feel good about that because they have Jackson, because they have even a guy like Red Morgan who played a decent amount last year, right? Cam Calhoun, like you mentioned, really talented player from Utah. This team has a rotation of defensive, either a rotation or a competition this summer of defensive backs where they should almost always have an elite unit out there, barring a bunch of injuries. But they've got talent, they've got depth. Alabama's got everything on defense you could ask for. We've talked about it with all 3 layers of this, and this secondary might actually be the best unit of the 3.
Alabama's the only school in America that has a top 10 D tackle, top 10 edge rusher, top 10 linebacker, top 10 safety, and a top 10 corner for me. That nobody else in the country has that. So Bama's defense is loaded next year.
They're loaded. Look, I'll keep saying it. There's questions at quarterback and running back, but I absolutely love the rest of their roster.
Yes.
I think there is
best O-line in the country for me.
I know they were the first team to miss out on the playoff last year. They should have full expectations this year of making it.
And Big Toe actually made a great comment in our chat right now, Dalton, saying Cameron Calhoun, yeah, he's great. He might not even start. I've seen a lot of depth charts for Alabama right now. He's not even listed as a starter. So a top 10 corner for me in the country is listed as some depth charts as a backup for them.
Well, and that's a luxury because he's still going to play, no question. I mean, this team, they played a ton of corners last year. They have a ton of talented corners. Somebody turns an ankle. If you're turning to Cam Calhoun when somebody gets hurt, you're in a really good spot. And he did that last year at Utah as a true freshman, wasn't he? Redshirt freshman. Yeah. I mean, and he was really, when starting out the year, he was the 3rd corner at Utah and didn't play, 700-800 snaps like some guys, but he was still fantastic. And I think to have a guy like that, even if he's in your back pocket, just look at the depth of this secondary. This Alabama defense, they just got to execute. The only thing I question a little bit is maybe pass rush depth, but this might be the best defense in the country.
I mean, they brought back almost everyone from that secondary besides like Devontae Smith, from that secondary last year, and it was already one of the best secondaries in the country. And then you add in a top 10 corner in the country in Cameron Calhoun. Yeah, it is a loaded secondary in Tuscaloosa next year for Alabama. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of the PFF College Football Show. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Also, subscribe to PFF Plus at subscribe.pff.com for all of the same data and grades that we use in our show, plus fantasy tools, betting tools, and our mock draft simulator.